Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. So in this video we are going to discuss about execution context in JavaScript, how it works. So basically first we need to understand what is execution stack, execution context, and also we need to understand about the call stack also. So first of all, what is execution context? So in JavaScript basically execution context is the environment which is created by the runtime JavaScript engine where the JavaScript code is executed. And the call, what is call stack? So basically, call stack is a mechanism for the interpreter just to the, keep track of its place in a script that calls multiple functions. So it means that if there are multiple functions in any in your code, there are if there are multiple functions, so just to keep track of each function at any particular time, each function is currently executing. So for that, a call stack is created, and as soon as that particular function is executed, that function is to execute that particular function and to keep track of that function, the runtime engine push that function into the call stack and then execute. And once the execution is completed, then it's popped from the call stack. So basically, when the execution context is created, a memory is assigned to that particular execution context, and once the function is completed, the memory is released. Okay, so we will see in detail how the execution context and this call stack works. So for that, we need to understand this code. So here a simple JavaScript code where I have defined three functions, function A, B and C. And here I'm just calling the function A, and inside function A I'm just consoling here something, and I'm calling function B inside A. Then in function B I'm calling function C, and in function C I'm just consoling this. Let me just console this one. I'm just consoling this is function C. So this is the simple JavaScript code. Now we will see when I will execute this code in the browser, into the browser, how it behaves and how the context, how the execution context is created for each function, and how the execution context is pushed into the call stack. So we will see in the browser. Let me open browser and run this code there. So one more thing, I have placed the debugger at start also in each function, just to see that how interpreter execute the code line statement by statement. We will see in the browser. So for that purpose I have placed the debugger. Let me move to the browser, and let me open the developer tool. Here is the developer tool, and go to the in console, whatever I have console there, that will be printed here. And in debugger you can see the file is loaded into the debugger execution. Let me refresh again. So once I will refresh, interpreter will start the execution of the code statement by statement. So it will go, the interpreter will move this in second line, this debugger, this statement. Now if you will see the right side, there is a call stack and scope. So basically when we create any JavaScript code or any Java, when any of the JavaScript code is executed, a global scope is created by the runtime engine. And when global scope means the execution context is created, uh, the global execution context is created by default by the runtime engine. And inside the global context, global execution context, if we are defining or calling multiple functions, then for each function the new execution context will be created for those particular functions. So here suppose we have created three functions ABC. So three execution context will be created, and whenever any particular function will be executed, that function will be pushed into the call stack just to keep track of that current function which is executing that particular time. So now in the call stack you can see only the global execution context is there, because as of now we are in the global scope of the code. So now let me move to the next. So if I move to the next, here we are calling function A. So once we are calling function A, the control will be moved to the function A. Let me move next. So now the control is passed to the this function definition where we have defined this function. So now control is inside this function A. So now if you will observe here in the call stack, first of all the engine created a execution context for this particular function A, and to track that function the execution context of that particular function is pushed into the call stack, and memory is created for that to execute that particular function A. Now let me move further. Now I have consoled here, this is in function A. Let me check in console. So you can see here that is printed. Now let's move to the debugger. Here inside in function A we are again calling the function B. Now as soon as the control will be passed to the function B, means the execution of function B, whenever the execution of function B will be started, a new execution context will be created for function B, and at the same time to to keep track of that function B, to keep track of the execution context of the function B, that execution context will be pushed into the call stack. So let's see this. Let's move further here. So now the control is inside function B. So now B is pushed into the call stack. Now again we are calling function C here. So control will move to the C, and in call stack you can see new execution context is created and pushed to the call stack. Here you can see the scope of each the currently executing functions scope. You can also see here, this is the scope, and this is the call stack where C is pushed. Now as soon as the execution of function C will be completed, okay, as soon as the execution of function C will be completed, the control will move back to the function B from where the function C invoked. So let's move there. Now it's completed the execution. Now it moves the C, the function C execution is completed. Now the interpreter moved to the next instruction, which is console.log. This is function B. So if you will see here, now the execution of C is completed. So if you will observe the call stack, the C is popped from the call stack. Also the memory assigned for that execution context C is released. Again, the function B will be completed and the memory will be released for that as well, and the execution context for B also popped from the call stack. So let's see this also. Now B is also popped from the call stack. Now control will move back to the function A, and function A will be also completed. Now the control will move this line and finally at 22 line. So all executions are completed. Now here we have first called this one. This is function A is printed here. So you can see the console also, ABC, all are console there. And now again we are in the global execution context, and the memory created for these three functions, or these three the execution context created for these three functions are removed now, because currently those are not running. So as of now the global execution context is only there. So this is how the execution context work and how the call stack is used when any particular function or instruction is executed in JavaScript. So that's all about execution context. So thanks for watching this video. I hope you understood this. Thanks for your time.